Hey y'all, I'm back again with another upload doing water signs right now. And welcome again to the channel. I'm doing the element signs, general energy reading for the water signs. Your water sign, your sign includes Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So if you're any of those three signs, this reading is for you. Again, that's the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So I thank you again for tuning into Jesse's Jewels, my channel. I've already uploaded the air signs, so if you have any of the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius in your birth chart, you can check that video out as well. Maybe some messages in there for you. But right now we're on water signs. And I just want to welcome you all again to my channel and thank you for taking the time out to watch the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Comment in the comment section if you want to leave some feedback. Much appreciated. So I just want to give the messages that need to be given to those who need to receive it. And again, this is me just stepping out my comfort zone, tapping into what my purpose is. This is a part of my purpose, a part of my life path, my journey, and it includes healing, divine insight, and guidance. So it's not much I can really put into perspective moving forward outside of me just doing what I feel is best for me, stepping into my purpose and sharing light and love with you all. So we're going to jump into the reading and see what the messages are. I did pre-shuffle the cards, but I haven't cut the deck. So I shuffled all of the cards already to save me some time in this reading, because I want to try to make this not as long as the last one, but still be able to give the full-on messages. So again, I ask that you just bear with me during this reading, that you stay to the end to hear the messages that you need to hear. And again, I ask that you all, take what resonates for you and leave the rest. And again, if you have placements in the other elemental signs, you can check those messages out as well. And check out the other videos that I have uploaded, because it's not just tarot that I'll be doing on my channel. There are other, messages that need to be brought into the light, and a lot of inspiration, and a lot of, messages that I'll be putting up for people to help them on their spiritual journey, and their overall life. You never know what type of message you need to receive from the messages that we're uploading on these platforms. So just feel free to take what resonates with you, and again, leave what doesn't, because some of the messages may be for you and some of them may resonate with the whole message. You may resonate with one of the messages that's within this reading. So again, just take what resonates for you. I'll be pulling some general cards for overall energy, and I'll be doing a little tarot with it and clarifying what needs to be clarified. And I'll be doing a angel therapy oracle card at the end of the reading for further insight and guidance from the angels and ancestors and spirit guides. And I ask that my spiritual team guide me with the messages and provide me the clarity. Sorry for the pause. Provide me the clarity and the insight that I need to see through these cards to deliver the message as accurately as I can. And I ask Archangel Michael to just protect me and protect my energy as I read these messages for the collective. And may you all receive what you need to receive. And I'm just going to begin, and I'm going to cut the decks as I go. I've already pre-shuffled all of the decks that I'll be using. And there'll be a list of the decks in the description box if you want to, purchase the decks that I'm using, because we all can read tarot. It's all about intuition, divine insight, and being still and, going beyond the image. But some of us have additional abilities and gifts that we, use to read tarot. For me, it's clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance. Just to name a few for me. And I've, like I said, haven't been doing tarot that much long, a little bit over 8 months for me, but, I was given the guidance to put these messages out on a platform for many to see and for many to hear. So I'm just, tapping into my calling and giving it my best. So let's see what we got. So I'm going to do a general reading for the water signs. And again, the signs for the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So if those are any of your signs, these messages may be for you. They may not be for you, but just listen through the whole video and you may get something out of it. Even if this message, even if it's not your sign, it still may be some messages in here for you. So for right now, the top 3 cards we have for the overall energy reading, we have the healing inner child, we have the third eye with clarity, and we have control tactics. And the overall is nurturing and compassion. So for this group, let me turn this. I have Pandora playing in the background. So it's just for me to, tune into the energies and relax my mind as I read these messages. Maybe some things that I may hear in the background with the music that may shed a little extra insight and light on the overall messages that are coming through. So for the healing inner child, there's a lot of you that may be, suffering from inner child issues that needs healing. Some of you have, suffered with abandonment, neglect, abuse, whether it's mental, physical, sexual abuse in your childhood, and it's left you damaged. A lot of you all are damaged, and a lot of you are really, it's a cry for help. You're crying out because it's a need to heal those past wounds, release the hurt and the pain that you all have, endured, that you brought into your adulthood life. And, that blocks a lot of opportunities and a lot of growth that needs to be within you to move forward and on this path. And during the time of the, healing that inner child, you guys will overcome a lot There's a lot of information that's coming to you, a lot of old wounds and a lot of darkness that has come to surface, and it's timing for you all that's been brought back up for you to see, to reflect on it, and to heal at this time. A lot of you are connected to control issues, a lot of ego, a lot of pride, being dominated and being a dominator in relationships, or allowing manipulation to control your lives due to this inner child that needs to be healing. When we talk about the inner child, we talk about not receiving that love, not receiving that compassion, and that nurturing as a child, feeling left out, not receiving that love from your mother or your father or whomever may have taken care of you. You know, some of you all may have been in, foster care homes and, foster parents and just abusive settings growing up. And you brought that pain into your adult life, and you're going on in this life as an adult, carrying all of those burdens with you. And it's just a time where these issues have come up, and now it's time to face them and heal, so that we can release this control of not needing someone, not accepting the help that is coming along because of this hurt that you've endured throughout your childhood. And we've all been through so many things in life where we become so guarded and overprotective over ourselves. But it's just in the sense of us healing that past, healing that pain, and allowing ourselves to be nurtured. Getting out of that codependency, those toxic relationships, those toxic behavior patterns, that energy of me, not allowing others to give you insight and give you guidance over your life, because you never felt that growing up as a child. So it's like, how do I receive it as an adult when it was never given? So it's like you don't know how to embrace it for the most part. You don't know how to embrace when someone is being nurturing and kind and nice and showing you compassion. So it's a time to heal that inner child and, focus on the love that is trying to come in versus pushing it away. It's a lot of self-reflecting going on. And you all have the ability to heal these issues and these burdens. Like, forgiveness is key. Forgive yourselves, because it's not your fault that these things happen to you, and don't feel like it is your fault because you went through these things. You were a child. With whatever happened to you, whatever happened to you, it's not your fault. So forgive yourself, and stop blaming yourself for what happened to you. You had no control over these things. And forgive those who may have hurt you, whether it was a physical abuse, a sexual abuse, a psychological abuse, emotion, not receiving that love and support from your family, your mother, your father, extended family as well. A lot of you all just feel like you don't belong to the family that you were with. Like, you need the clarification to understand that these things that happen to you, and we all go through a lot of things dealing with the inner child that we don't see while we're going through it. But when we, get to that point in our lives where we're on this path of self-discovery, we begin to see the things that we went through in those younger ages and those younger milestones of our life that brought us to this very moment that hindered our growth and alter our personalities to be darkened. But some of you, and many of you, are just coming to the realization that it's time to face that darkness. It's time to see the truth and the situation that you went through and begin to heal that past pain, hurt, and trauma. So, get to the next step. Cut the deck. And just get a couple of cards and see what come out. Whoa, I have a break. Yeah, the muse, you are inspiration to people. You are inspiration to many people. A lot of people, some of you, from not healing this inner child, have, been taken to a path of, looking for attention in places of the unknown. Promiscuousness, feeling like you have to express yourself in other ways. A lot of you all have been, suffering from trauma and, molestation as children and sexual abuse. And that's caused you all to, have blocked communication in the way you communicate with people in general, even within yourself. And not allowing people to see you and not allowing yourself to see yourself as well. Because you've been blocked and you've been, stuck in this energy of hurt and pain and trauma. And a lot of you have seen therapists, have, seen shrinks and, try to get it out with therapy and, trying to go to these groups and, just express yourself in a setting of people that experience these traumas and these issues that you've, gone through. So it's like, and some of you all may need to see a therapist to receive this healing. I mean, when we talk about the issues that we have, it's very beneficial for us to just release sometimes. Because when we begin to first identify the issue, we begin to start that first process of self-healing. Because we admitted the issue to ourselves and we're taking our power back to say that, yes, these things did happen to me. And I can't heal from them. Like, it's a time for self-reflection. Like, take a moment to reflect on your life, on those things that you went through in life, and even as an adult, and just see how it altered your life. These issues that you had in your childhood, how they alter your life and how they made you into the person that you are today. Some of you all are having spiritual awakenings. That's a lot for a lot of people right now. Just waking up to their true soul and spirit. So a lot of you may be having out-of-body experiences. Many of you may be, having vivid dreams at this time. A lot of you may be, seeing figures, seeing spirits, and, hearing your passed on loved ones trying to communicate with you. A lot of you all may be having signs of synchronicity within natures and numbers and symbols, and, just repeating objects and things, animals, wordings at this time, because it's an awakening that you're going through, and there's a deep healing that you all are experiencing. And it's just a time to heal that inner child, so that you can heal it and that you can grow into that beautiful soul that you were born to be. You never know what your story may be for someone else. So don't look at your life as in, why did it happen to me? Sometimes we can't question why things happen for us. We just have to go through it and learn those lessons that we need to learn through these devastating moments, these challenges in our life, so that we can heal from it and help others get through that pain, that same era that we experienced for ourselves, and share with them the love and light and how we overcame our childhood, how we overcame our trauma, our issues of the past. Some of you may have, gone through a lot of altercations dealing with inner child issues that you face, and you put the burden deeper on yourself by not releasing. And it's like certain things and certain people trigger you to remember what you try to push down so deep in your soul that you would never want to remember. And it's a time where these things are coming back up. But a lot of you all are definitely needing to talk to someone to begin healing this painful place. Yes. Now you have the grass was fake. The grass was greener because it was fake. You have gratitude. Show more gratitude for your showing more gratitude for the things that you went through. Just be thankful for the life itself. Even though it was, so much trial and error that you experienced. Just be thankful, being thankful for the things that you went through, whether they were good, bad, the ugly, because they are a part of who you are today. And yes, some of us may, be guarded and, off in areas where we don't like to talk about what happened in the past and, address certain situations when they come about. But it's a time to let that go, because the secrets, they need to be revealed. It's a time to talk about these things that have happened to you, your feelings and your emotions that need to come to the forefront. It's time for you to tell your story. And a lot of you may be going through a lot of confusion right now, trying to figure out which route to take with all of this energy that's coming up for you. All of these things that you thought you left behind, they're definitely coming back up to the surface, because it's a time for healing. A lot of you are, speaking with your therapist about these situations, and it's coming to a point where as though you're beginning to accept the things that did happen for you. And you can allow yourself to be in that energy to see your true being. A lot of this abuse have led you all in the wrong direction with love and relationships with people. Some of you all have been in relationships that were toxic, codependent, due to this inner child that needs to be healing. So a lot of you, can't identify what true love really is. And a lot of you all are looking for love. But it's a time to start loving yourself, a time to start healing for you. Starting with you. And that's healing that inner child, healing those old wounds, forgiving yourself and forgiving those who hurt you. Because you are a beautiful soul and spirit. And you do have purpose. And don't hold on to those things that have already come to pass any longer. Don't hold on to them. It's time to release it. Let it go. Seek the insight. Seek the guidance and the clarity and the understanding of these issues that have happened. And I want you all to understand that these things didn't happen to you. They happened for you. Even though it wasn't what no one should have to go through. Because life it's not a beautiful life anyway. We have to grow, we have to learn lessons in life. We have to, but abuse is something on a whole nother perspective. And no one should have to ever experience abuse of any kind from anyone. Especially if it's from people who are supposed to be protecting you, loving you, providing and caring for you. But we have to take these things into consideration to see that we are all messengers. No matter what you experience in your life, you are a messenger to help someone else get through that same trial and error that you've experienced. And that's what we are here for, to help one another, to bring ourselves and others into the light so that we can stay there and vibrate high and release these chains, these generational curses that have been placed upon us. So a lot of things that are coming to the forefront, a lot of things that are coming to the light that will have a lot of people confused and a lot of conflict, a lot of fighting, a lot of breakups in relationships and family, households, But it is what it is, because everyone deserves peace. And water signs, this is definitely a time for healing for you. So I'm gonna pull some tarot. Get this deck real quick. Let's see what we get for the tarot. Then I'll clarify the cards that need to be clarified within the tarot deck, and then we'll close out with the angel therapy oracle card. So I got 3 cards that came out with here. There's the Five of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Five of Swords is inner conflict, mind chatter. It's just allowing yourself to step away from your thoughts, releasing those things that keep resurfacing in your mind. It's a time to release it so that you can be free. Set yourself free from this pain and from these thoughts. It's a time for true healing to begin, something new to grow. It's time for a rebirth. There are many seeds that are planted within you that are waiting to grow and prosper within your natural being. But it's a time to heal and release this pain. It's keeping you held back from what's trying to come out of you. That's this new being, this new identity of you, the real you. There are so many gifts inside of you, but we can't get those gifts and receive these new things that are trying to come into our life because we're just bound by so much pain. There's just so much pain and hurt within us that nothing can grow. Your soil has run dry. It's time to water yourself. It's time to nurture yourself. Replant the soil, replant the seeds, and move forward in your life. There's been a lot of gambling with your life. Been gambling with your life most of your life. And a lot of things have, not come to fruition for you because you haven't had access to your true soul and spirit and who you are because of this inner child that needs to be healed. But as you begin to release these things, release these issues that you held on for so long, you'll begin to shine. You'll feel new. People will start to see the change within you. When we heal, people see it. We don't see it for ourselves. But others looking in at us, they truly see the change within us. I know for myself, I had placements in the water sign as well, in my chart. And I've definitely, had some times for a lot of healing of my inner child as well. Parenting, sexual abuse, not feeling like I was enough, not receiving the love that I desired from, my parents, from my family, things like that. But it took me deep into my adult life to, start recognizing these things. And only, having my spiritual awakening on last year is when I truly began to see there was more that met the eye that I needed to deal with when it came to healing. But I just released and I allow myself to go through the process so that I can be a better me and move forward and be open to the endless possibilities of my true self. And that's exactly what you all are going through right now. Being set free, moving on, moving into a new era in your life where there will be many opportunities